I've already filmed the intro like 5 times, so we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, saying, oh, I'm such a beautiful person and I'm so great is really gonna help me out. I hope that wasn't a spider. Paranoia, self-destroyer. Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on my walking anxiety and my recent accomplishments. So as you can see, I'm in a different location and there will be a change of scenery for the next few videos, and by change of scenery I just mean you'll be seeing pretty lights, strange lighting. You'll be seeing all of this for a little while. Because it was too hot outside earlier, and then I decided to wait till the evening, but then it got dark, but I still have my makeup on and I don't want to waste it again. So I'm just going to do my best to film now. Next point, I'm going to start putting dates on my videos because the updates I'll be giving you will not be current. Like, they'll be current when I film them, but not current when I post them. And I apologize if the next few videos are very stumbly, stuttery, and anyways, alsos, because, so's, whatever else I missed. I'm gonna do my best, but right now I'm in that weird kind of night mood where nothing's really rolling properly and I just really want to get it done to the best of my ability. So if you see like these bars up here, which I think you can see, no, I am not in jail. I am in a bunk bed and I couldn't get my phone camera thingy positioned proper, so this is as good as it's gonna get. We're gonna begin with my first story, or event, which was on Monday, August 7th. When I got on the road, like outside, there's a road from my cabin to the lake. I don't know how long it is, so I'm not good with distances, but it's probably a short walk for most people. Anyways, so I got on the road and I was immediately frustrated and honestly, quite frankly, pissed off. I don't say very often, but I was, with my anxiety. Right away. Because I felt it, like, just as soon as I got out there. Like, why can't I just walk down the road? I know all the logic, I know if I fall, it'll be okay, because hey, at least I'm trying. So I would try to take a step, and my body would react to my anxiety instead of my brain, and I was tense and shaky, and I kept bending my knees because that's my comfort. And it was weird to just like bend my knees when I'm like on the road, but that was my protection from falling down and hurting myself before. But it really didn't protect me, it just made it a whole lot worse because then I feel like I had to keep doing that instead of walking down the road properly normally, because that was beginning to feel more comfortable than just walking down the road. And then, after a few pathetic little steps and stops and panics, I just lost it. And it was really quick to lose it, but it's because it was so frustrating. I was rude to my mother. Sorry, Mother. Love you. I know you're just trying to help me, but it wasn't working out for me, apparently. I was really self-deprecating and down on myself, like, why am I so stupid and pathetic? I should just be able to walk down the road like every other person, and I know that I have anxiety, but it just gets in my way, because I know all the things, not all the things, but I know a lot of things to do with my anxiety, to just be like, hey, anxiety, go away, but it was still just not working. And it was incredibly sarcastic, like, yeah, saying, oh, I'm such a beautiful person and I'm so great is really gonna help me out. And I literally felt like the scummiest scum of the earth, like the most pathetic thing in the whole world, because it's all I want. Like, all I want is to walk down the road so I can, walk maybe a bit more normally for my life. So, like, why can't I just do it? So then my mother suggested that I just walk up and down the driveway, but that felt like I was failing. Like, no, I'm not just gonna succumb. That doesn't seem like right. Is succumb a word? Succumb is a word. S-U-C-C-U-M-B. But am I using it right? I wouldn't succumb to something lesser than pushing myself would be. Okay, none of this is making sense, but let's try that again. My mother suggested that I just walk up and down the driveway, but I decided against it because I knew that wouldn't push me as hard as it needed to, and I would just feel like I was getting off easy. So then I just sat in the driveway, but I was still refusing to entirely give up because I knew it would literally kill me inside and I would feel even worse about myself. And yet again, I started to cry because that's what I do apparently. And this is like extremely embarrassing, but you're welcome, I guess. I smeared my mascara like all over my face because we're not, like, you know, most of the time when you cry, you try to wipe your tears away, but I was just so done that I'm like, no. Like, I reached that level of livid insanity. And then suddenly, this sounds like it's out of a fairy tale or something, but it actually happened. There was this brown hair that just, like, came up over to me and was like, hey, like, we don't have bunnies out here. What was it doing? So I named it my Courage Bunny, because I'm like, this must be like a sign or something that I need to get up, because I already wanted to keep going. My anxiety was stopping me. So I'm like, hey, I have to try again. So then I walked across the road while my mom was busy with dogs and grandparents and people. And for some reason, my anxiety likes the right side of the road a lot more than the left. Which is weird, because there's a bunch of bushes over there, and then it goes down into a ditch, so you'd think I'd be more afraid of that because I could fall down into the ditch. But I think I like it just because it adds more grip, if that makes any sense. Or so my brain thinks it does, instead of just the middle where there's no rocks. No rocks and plants. Slowly as always, I walked down, and she came over to assist me when she was done with whatever she was doing, because I was freaking out, even though I decided to just, like, go over there. So I'm like, hey, I think I need to be over here. Even though I wanted to just walk down the middle and be perfect and fine, that's not how it worked. I ended up using one of my auntie's techniques that she gave me to focus on what's right there in front of me rather than the whole stretch of the road. Like, okay, I'm gonna walk to this pine cone, and then once I get to the pine cone, I'm gonna walk to this dandelion, because it gives me something small, even though it's small and like lame, like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking to that, but I'm still gonna have to go the whole way. But I don't think about that when I just focus on the individual thing. I can't make it a big deal, or like, I have to do this and get here to this place or else I've failed, which I do all the time. That's like literally the thing that I jump to. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it and I have to do it, and if I don't do it, then I'm a terrible person. I'll never forgive myself. But I can't do that. I have to just do what I can, and I can't let my anxiety control what I do. Like, I can't concentrate on my anxiety at all. It has to just be like, okay, I'm ignoring you, go away. I distract myself with talking, or like I said, like focusing on the things as they come. Doing my very best to ignore it because it doesn't work otherwise. And I ended up actually walking farther than I had previously. So I'm not really sure like how that happened, but it was a success in the end, basically. I was still disappointed in myself for it not being perfect, but whatever. That's me. Sorry if I'm moving around a lot. I hurt my foot on Tuesday, which is my next event story thingy that I'll talk about. So I'm just trying to get comfortable and it's not working. Second story, Tuesday, August 8th. One of my aunts, which was the one that I talked about who gave me the technique, and her friend came for the day. Fun fact, most of my like big knee accomplishments have happened around those two people. I'm not sure if that's a coincidence. I think it's just them. Like, they push me and encourage me a little bit more, but in the right way. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know how they do it, but it works. It was either last summer or the summer before. Okay, I'll tell that story another time, but basically I ended up being able to hold on to both of them instead of my walker, which is pretty big. Or it was. Now I'm like way past that, but thankfully. I was told by my aunt that I was going to go for a walk down to the lake with them, and then of course my anxiety's like, oh my god, to the lake? No, I can't go to the lake, I can't do that, that's way too far. And then I just like started getting progressively more anxious as it got up to the time or the evening when I was supposedly going to do it. It was really rough for the first few steps, and again I had to walk on the right side of the road because my anxiety is weird and it makes me weird and do weird things and I don't like it, but okay. I walked on the right side of the road again, and after some more steps I said I can't do this, which I never say because I know that I can do it, it just my anxiety makes me feel like I can't do it, but I honestly did not think that I could do it. It wasn't like no point, but it was, I still just, ugh, I wasn't feeling good about it. Thankfully I was kindly encouraged by my aunt, who said I wouldn't push you if I didn't think you could do it, and that kind of like inspired me. Thanks. Because, I mean, she has a point, right? I continued with some more really slow baby steps. My goal was the same as the day before, which was not even like halfway to the lake. Like, just get there. If I get there, then at least I got there and I haven't done any worse. That was basically my thinking. So my preferable goal was to the sign, like which was a little bit after that, like probably half the distance I'd already went after that, but again, the distance was not very far, but it was far for me. I considered getting picked up there because I'm like, you know what, I made it here, this is as far as I need to go. But then I was again encouraged to keep going, like, hey, we've reached this, but now we can keep going because you got here, so you can continue. And at this point, I became determined to get there since I was better with distracting myself and not focusing on my anxiety. Like, it's really hard and I don't want to do this anymore, but I really want to get to the lake. And then after a little while, when it got a bit steeper and more uncomfortable, my hands started getting numb and swollen, which was really weird. I'd never experienced that before, but apparently that happens to people if your hands are down when you're walking for a longer period of time. But surprise, surprise! It's not really a surprise. I made it to the lake, and I told everyone before, like my dad and anyone who was like at the cabin with me, that no, I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, I won't do it. Like, don't get your hopes up kind of thing, because I didn't want them to be expecting me to do it, so I had to tell them, like, I'm not going to do it. And then it ended up being a surprise, and everyone was, like, super proud of me. And I was super proud of me, and it was great. And my secret, which I kind of already told you, but don't make it mandatory. Do the minimum that you need to do, and then go a bit more. Because if you just do the minimum, you'll forever be stuck at being like, okay, well, I got to here, now I don't need to progress anymore. That was my thinking for like a bazillion things before. I was super sore when I got down to the lake though, and I said I'm not doing anything else. Like, I did way more than I ever thought I would, and I'm like, no, I'm freaking done. So then I rested for a while with my legs and arms in the cool water, and that really helped, like, a lot. But then I was asked by a neighboring cabin who we've like talked to and known for a few years, but we don't like really know them like well. They asked me if I wanted to come for a ride on their speedboat with them, and I'm like, what? And apparently I was on one when I was 3, but I didn't know about that. And also apparently I've been asked by them for a few years now, but each time I declined, but I really don't remember that. And I surprised myself and everybody around me by saying, sure, yes. Is that allowed? Because I didn't even realize that my first impression was to say yes instead of no, like anxiety has wanted me to say for my whole life, and that was my first impression, which means I'm definitely overcoming anxiety. At least a little bit. But I even surprised myself. I was only a bit nervous at first when I got in and it hit me that I was actually doing it. My only thoughts were like, I was really thirsty and I wish I had some water and my phone to take pictures of it. So first of all, it's a different family who are mostly strangers that I was going to sit in a boat for like half an hour with them. It was a fast-moving vehicle in the middle of nowhere. There's no escape or contact with my family, but I even got to watch people like water ski, and that was like really cool. My aunt's friend suggested a coping method called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I don't really like know exactly how this is supposed to work, but apparently you say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before you want to do something, because you're counting backwards like your mental illness wants you to do, and you don't have enough time to actually think about it, but you just like take a few seconds and then you say yes to whatever you're doing. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do this. But when I was out on the boat, like, it was actually beautiful. The mountains were all like kind of smoky, and it was like a light bluey gray. It was like the most beautiful thing in the whole world, and I'm so happy that I was able to do it. I felt calm, and that was weird, but it was awesome. And then, this was like weird, and I totally overdid it, and I know I overdid it, but I decided to walk back up to the cabin just because I wanted to, since I knew that I could, and I knew I'd regret it later. However, later has come, and I don't regret it. I'm just in a lot of pain with my foot, but I also knew that it was like really great of me to do. So that's why I did it. And then afterwards it rained and there was a little thunderstorm and we watched a movie together, and I was like really, really happy. Like, it was everything I have actually ever wanted for like a really long time, and it worked out perfectly. And then just another hopefully brief update. Today I went on another walk and my aunt and her friend had left, so I guess it was 2 days after that. But I went on a walk with my mom, or tried to, and I didn't get very far, but that was okay. Like, I overdid it before, so I'm trying to underdo it so I can balance everything out. I know, that doesn't make sense, but welcome to my brain. But I still had a whole lot of anxiety, but you know, at least my determination is fueling me to keep going. I still have anxiety and I'm still working through it, and by no means am I ready to go, ready to do anything. But I also walked around a lot in the thrift store today that we went to. I was upright for a lot longer than I thought I would, so I'm glad. It is Thursday, August 11th today. Everything will be really delayed, and I'm sorry I haven't figured out how to fix that yet because I'm trying to get ahead of with my videos so that when school time comes I can upload them from the summertime. Thanks for watching, bye!